I'll start from 9. This is Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9. That this is a rebellious people. Right, you Negroes, Hispanics and Native Americans, you're a rebellious people. You understand? You're hard-headed and stiff-necked. That's what the Most High said to Ezekiel. If he had sent Ezekiel, he said to Ezekiel, if I had sent you to the heathen nations, they would have surely listened to me. But because I sent you to a hard-necked and rebellious people, which is the Most High's own people, you Israelites, you understand? Go on. This is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Right, you're a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of your God. But that you ought to be crying and bawling about the condition you're in. Go on. Which say to the seers, which are the prophets, see not. Which say to the seers, see not. That's why you try and come up here and contend with us. Oh, you're preaching hate. But yet the Most High said he hated Esau and loved Jacob. You understand? Go on, man. Which say to the seers, see not. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Right, that's what you don't want us to prophesy unto you right things. Those right things is the fact that what? This society is crumbling faster than we can speak about it. Alright? Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that for them to start pushing that chip, man. When that economy crashes, they start pushing the RFID chip. Then we're going to really see who's really down for their thing. Alright? Because our mother's talking about, oh, I trust in my Jesus, my God. Really? Get me that one afterwards. Call upon the gods that you've chosen after this one, yeah? Call on, get me that one afterwards, yeah? Go on. We'll say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. Right. That's what these Christians come out here and do. Prophesy not unto us right things, prophesy unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits, and we're not going to be doing that. Give me Isaiah chapter 58 verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins. We're not going to spare anyone's feelings out here. Okay? That's why people go to church, they can get sugar and buttered up. Go on. You see a quick precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 30. I'll start from 29. Shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Right, so the Most High avenged his anger upon you Israelites, which is his people. Because you were making him basically like a fool among the heathen nations. That's why he's turned his face from you. His face from him because he's ashamed of his own people. If I take my child out and my child's acting like a fool in front of everyone else, he's putting me to shame. Because he's not behaving how I told him to behave. That's the same with you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans and West Africans with your God. You're making your God look ashamed in front of the heathen nations, which don't even have gods. Okay? You got that one, yeah? Let's see if Jesus saves you in that day. Go on. A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means. Right, the prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means. Oh, Jesus came to save everyone. Oh, what is it? For all have sinned. But in order for you to be able to sin, you would have had to transgress the laws, and the laws weren't given to everyone. You see what I'm saying? Go on. And my people love to have it so. And the Most High's people love to have it so. Read it nice and fluently. Go on. The prophets prophesy falsely and the priests bear rule by their means. And my people love to have it so. Right, so you don't love to have it so. You love to be lied to. You love to go to church and be buttered up.
So when they come here, when he says that, say that.
Oh, hello sister. Oh, you put 100 in the basket. Oh, God bless you. You understand? Go on, man. Sow a seed. Sow a seed for 15. You know what I'm saying? Sowing their seeds. That money is going straight to the pastor's pocket. Okay, that's why the pastor's able to drive around in a nice flashy car while the congregation's broke. Right? Because what? Our people love to have it so. They rather listen to lies than to get the hard, painful truth. Because the truth is freaking painful as hell. Go on. This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 23. But this people have a revolting and rebellious heart. Right. Because the Israelites, which is the Most High's people, have always been known as rebellious people. Always. What's that saying in the Caribbean household? If you what is it? If you don't want it the easy way, you learn the hard way. You don't want to hear, you'll feel.
Man, please keep it down, man. Because I want to hear more, innit? We want to hear more, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, but that's the thing in our household. If you don't want to hear, you'll feel. So that's the same thing with your God. You didn't want to hear, so you felt. He put you in slavery. Go on. They're revolted and gone. Neither say in their hearts, let us now fear the Lord our God. Right, you have revolted and gone. You just like literally gone off the rails. You don't even consider in your heart, wait, let us turn back to the Most High. Because you're comfortable in this society. Go on. The woman's comfortable being over the man. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to humble herself under her man. Because the way society puts the Israelite man underfoot. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But that's how you know that the Israelite people have gone. They have no structure. The family structure is upside down. Can't, and that's the curses. Because the Most High said what? He's created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. How did he do that? He did that by the the women's movement. Because he set up these Caucasian. Because that was their thing. We didn't have a problem with that with our women during the 60s. It was with Gloria Steinem. Gloria Steinem ghost ripped this black woman's book. And from that, the black woman caused unnecessary problems in her own household. You see what I'm saying? Go and do your research on that, Gloria Steinem. She was set up by the CIA. Alright? And she ghost ripped a black woman's book. Alright? They put a black woman on her face deriding black men. And that's where the problems in the home started from. But what's that? That was prophecy. The Most High put that prophecy in there because that's a curse from the fact that we turn from our God. Because the Most High is dealing with the men. So the Most High said to his men, well, since you don't want to listen to me, I'll let your women rule over you. And it's a curse according to the Bible. Because the Most High said he's not the author of confusion. There's a hierarchy. It's the man, it's the Most High, then it's Christ, then it's the man, then it's the woman. You want to read that? Right, but what? Because of the curses, everything's backwards now. So what? Our men have to learn the hard way. That's why you got man talking about the black woman is God. No, she's not, man. You understand? Trust me, she's not. If there's more copper than diamond, what's more precious? What's, man? I'm asking you because you're over it. What's more precious, copper or diamond? You don't know. If there's more copper than diamond, what's more precious, copper or diamond?
It's how, alright.
If there's more copper than diamonds, what's more precious? Diamonds, right. So if there's more women on the planet than men, what's more precious? Right? Why are you scared? No, family, no, hold on. So you know that saying, there's plenty more fish in the sea. Who does that apply to, a man or a woman? Fam, it applies to a man. There's more women on the planet than men.
No. It applies to the men.
Don't
deceive yourself.
Thank you. It applies to, even she's saying it applies to a man. There's more women on the planet than men. Right. Right, so what? That's saying, when someone says to you there's plenty more fish in the sea, that applies to us. Doesn't apply to them. So then so she better do everything to keep you then. You see what I'm saying? She better not. That doesn't mean restraint, but look, she needs to come back, you need to come back to each other, and the Most High will sort it out. But that's the reason why they think, oh, I don't need a man, this and that rubbish. When you read the Bible, shit gets peak. You see what I'm saying? Look, there's a hierarchy, because when there's balance, there's anarchy. Yeah, that's the balance. The order is the balance. That's the structure. The Most High is not the author of confusion.
There needs to be a balance between.
Yeah, there is. The order is the balance. Go on, rock it. There is a balance. There's an order. That's how there is a balance. Let me read it. Yeah, see how you get oxygen and hydrogen in there, but they're not the same equal amounts. Yeah, it's not equal amounts in the same quantity. That's how you still get water. It's still balanced. That's how you get water, but it's just not equal balance. You get more hydrogen than oxygen, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, H2O. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the law, it's a balance. It doesn't mean women are derogatory under the men. It just means it's order. See in the what is it? In the wild, yeah, you have the lion and you have the female lions under it. It don't mean he mistreats the female lions, does it? You know what I'm saying? It's just order. It's just natural order. But because the way this society is and the way it's been put up there and the curses that we're put under because we turn our back from the Heavenly Father. Yeah, that's why the woman now is obviously over the man. The scripture says a woman shall compass a man. It's not affecting everyone. Exactly, it's not affecting everyone. It's only on the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the true nation of Israel according to the Bible. Because none of these curses are affecting all the other nations. Yeah, their women are in order. Okay, they don't have the women running over them like that. You know what I'm saying? It's only the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American women that's running over their man. Because they feel more comfortable. happens to you. Because society allows it to happen. But when, for lack of a better term, shit is the fan, there's no food out here, the chips getting pushed out here, yeah, your shops are closed, yeah, people are going to be looking for men. The scripture says, I shall make a man more precious than the gold of Ophir. A wedge of gold is like, a man's going to be more precious than a wedge of gold. Have you ever seen the Book of Eli, a movie called the Book of Eli? Yeah? And he was roaming alone. He was a one-man army basically. And the woman was begging him to follow him. Why? Because she knows that men are going to be the only way you can be able to survive. But not average Joes out here, men are the Heavenly Father. That's what we're telling men, you know, are men, not everybody. If you're a Negro, so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American, yeah, those that are the children of Israel, you need to come back to your Heavenly Father. Yeah, before the destruction comes. World War III's around the corner. Iran and Syria are getting very touchy right now. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Every war does start financially. Well, I'm gonna read the balance right here. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. Yeah, that's it. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ. He's ruling your house shine. And the head of the woman, gone. And the head of the woman, 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man. Right. So the scripture saying here that the head of the head of Yahweh Shai, who the world calls ignorantly Jesus Christ, is the Most High. Yeah, because there's no such thing as a Trinity. Yeah, there's no such thing as that. That was put in the Constantinople. Okay. When he said, me and my father are one, that means that they're in accordance to one another. If my son, if I had a son, said me and my father are one, that means that we understand each other. We're in the same agreement as each other. It don't mean we're the same people.
Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. And see for yourself.
Right.
He said,
but I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man. The head of the woman is the man. Yeah? When people say, oh, you put your faith in, you put your faith in a woman. You know, men ain't supposed to have faith in their women. Women are supposed to have faith in their man. The man's supposed to have faith in who the world calls Jesus Christ, which is true and is Yahweh Shai. That's right. That's the order and the balance of things.
So you say
things are unbalanced right now because women don't have faith. That's why you get the term effeminate. That's what means lack of faith.
So you say there's no praying.
Effeminate and effeminate. Right. That's the word feminine. Because the word feminine is Greek. Fem meaning faith. And feminine is like fem meaning faith and minin meaning minus, which means lack of faith. That's what feminine means. Effeminate means to be effeminate. You see what I'm saying? To be soft.
Hello. Can we talk to you, please?
You want to talk?
Yeah.
About what?
We've had some calls complaining about the content of what you're saying. People about it harassing and distressing, and they're quite offended by what you're saying.
Well, I can't. Hurt feelings is what?
It's a little bit more than hurting. It may be that it constitutes a public forum. So I would like to ask you to stop making any of those sorts of remarks.
Okay, well I don't remember what any of those remarks even were. It's probably a couple of hours ago, gone.
It's fine for you to be here, but you need to understand that if you're saying things that are abusive to people, then you're likely to get yourself. You understand the point that I'm trying to make? We're going to stay in the area for a while. Obviously, if we get any more calls, we may have to escalate the situation. But obviously, we don't want to do that. We don't want people getting into trouble. Does that sound reasonable? Well, you tell me, is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's understood. Thank you. Go on, right. This is Amos chapter 5 verse 10. The book of Amos chapter 5 verse 10. The King James Bible reads, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. So they hate us that rebuke us in the gate, yeah? Us bringing out this truth, and rebuke just means to correct. So us correcting people's wickedness out here, yeah? Mainly our people, because we're only out here for the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're trying to, wait, grab that sound, I don't even know where I said it from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? Because these are the names that you was given in slavery. These are the names that the Heavenly Father gave us. Yeah? Concerning Israel. Yeah? Them people over there in Israel right now are not the true Israelites. Yeah? They're Khazarian. It's right. Yeah, go on, No, don't bring it closer. It's just that he's blocking the camera a little bit. That was all. That was it. Okay, cool. Yeah, those people in Israel now are not the real Israelites. Okay, get me where is it? Get me finish. Where's my finish on? Oh, 5 and 10. Yeah. Right. You finish with that? Where's the hold it? Come on, man. Messing up the flow. What are you doing? So what, you're talking about the false get me, what is it, Ezekiel 36 then? And get me, what is it?
So what religion is this then?
This isn't a religion. Get me Galatians 1 and 6. Give me Galatians 1 and 6. We're Israelites. The Bible talks about law, statutes, commandments. It doesn't talk about Christianity. Alright? When Christians come and say, oh wait, the apostles were called Christians. Yes, they were. But that was a derogatory term back then. Nowadays, everyone and their mum is a Christian. Just like back then. You see what I'm saying? Now, even the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. But the thing is, we're back here today. Why is that? Because it's now time for the Most High people to come back to Him. You see what I'm saying? We're Israelites, and you had your... Let's read up first Galatians 1 and 6, and then Jeremiah 17 and 4. You've had your heritage stripped from you because you did not appreciate what your God gave you. You see what I'm saying? That's why we're cursed now. That's why we've got these heathens over us. Right.
Who is cursed?
We, Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are cursed.
What is this? Is this Christianity or is this another religion?
It's not Christianity. Read the Galatians 1 and 6.
Is that the Bible?
Yes. That's what I mean. That's the problem. Because people associate. That's the
the image of Christ in church.
No. This is not the Council of Nicaea up here. The Council of Nicaea associated the laws of the Bible with Christianity. Christianity and the Bible had nothing to do with each other. It's only till people that were seeking their own righteousness from the Council of Nicaea, Constantine Paul, he associated Christianity with the Bible and created Catholicism. Do you know what Catholicism means? Yeah, but what is the definition of Catholic? It means universal. Right, which means everyone. And the Bible was not for everyone. The Bible was only for the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which is the Israelites. Alright? Go on, get me Galatians 1 and 6. Hold up. This is Galatians chapter 1 verse 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel. Right, go on. Which is not another. This is not another. Let's find out why. Go on. But there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Christ. Right, and that's what Constantine Noble did back in the Council of Nicaea, and that's what happened during slavery in 1819, and that's what happened all the way up to this day. You see what I'm saying? They perverted the gospel, and they remixed the scriptures back to you and told you what? Love thy neighbor means the heathen nations, but it's only talking about your Israelite brother and your Israelite sister. You see what I'm saying? Go on. When it goes into another gospel, that's why we don't teach the same as the churches, because the churches don't go into the scriptures. They'll bring out one scripture, sing and dance, and just blab on. They're great orators. You know what I'm saying? If you ever go there and you ask someone when they come out of church, say if someone you know goes to church tomorrow and they come out, say what did you learn today? And ask them what they learned. They can't tell you, because you're not teaching nothing. Humble yourself, man. Humble yourself. I'm speaking right now. I'm speaking. There's
no enemies in the eyes of God.
5 and 1.
Like there's no enemies in the eyes of God. So that's
there is enemies in the eyes of God. Sorry, there is enemies in the eyes of God. The Most High has enemies. These enemies are those that touch the nation of Israel. Anyone who puts their hands on the nation of Israel is his enemy. You see what I'm saying? That's his enemy. So, like the brother said, anyone that touches the nation of Israel, which are the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native Americans, which are the apple of the Most High's eye, is the enemy of the Heavenly Father. He's only dealing with the Israelites. The Bible just keeps reiterating it, Israel, 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 Israel. Okay, so when people bring out John 3:16, and they don't go through it, because John 3:16, the New Testament is written in Greek, but they don't look into the Greek to understand actual words. That's why they think it's the whole world. But it's not the whole world, it's a certain people. You know what I'm saying? There's 3 definitions for the word world in Greek. You know what I'm saying? Right. Did you get which one is that? Antioch. Oh, you got it. Yeah, come on. Right, this is where the term Christian comes from, yeah? Acts chapter 11, verse 26. And when he found him, He brought him, I'll start from 25. Then departed Barnabas to Tarsus to seek Saul. Yeah? And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And right, exactly. So what? The apostles assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. That's what we're doing today. We're assembling ourselves. This is the church. Get me the slack. Get me claim this thing. Get me what is it? Matthew 18 and 20. Boss man, this is what when the Bible talks about church, this is a church. Let's read what church is out the Bible. You understand? A building is not a church. We're going to find out, man, because the Most High said in Acts chapter 7 verse 48, he does not dwell in temples built with hands. So he's not in any of these churches.
No. Yes, in a way. Let's go to first.
This is Matthew chapter 18 verse 20. Where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name. Where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name. Go on.
The ones in Jerusalem.
There am I in the midst of them. There is the Most High in the midst of them. That's why the Bible says in Acts chapter 5 verse 39, you can do nothing against this truth, only for it, lest you find yourself fighting against the Most High. Because we're only vessels out here. You see what I'm saying? Go on. It's a quick precept. This is Acts chapter 17 verse 24. God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth. Right, so the Most High that made the world, the Most High that made the world, you telling the channel? You know about YouTube channel? Right, let's finish the scripture.
I say people believe TV.
God that made all the world is YNS.
It's not
Romans.
If you go to the surface,
8:35.
15 of them stand.
Another scripture, Romans 8:35?
And no trouble.
It's not ready. Fine. Yeah, you can take photos of everything. Yeah, that's it. Wireless space, Laquam 144. Let me see. But yeah, you can take photos of all the signs, because all the signs have got scriptures on them. So you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Africans, you Latinos, Mexicans, take pictures of the signs. If you give us an email, because what is it? Obviously, we got.
I know, but like this picture.
Calm what down?
Put it down the tone.
Well, I don't know how to.
I want to hear more, but
God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, seeing that the Most High is Lord of heaven and earth, God, dwelleth not in temples made with hands. He dwells not in temples made with hands. So that means he's not in the church.
the first one tried to
Okay.
the one with
And there's another scripture says in, I think it's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 verse 22. The heavens alone can't contain the Most High. So how can a little mud hut on the planet contain it? You see what I'm saying? Go on. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves. I'll tell you that second.
You're losing your audience, mate. You did not preach well.